Hello and welcome to Smart with Points, the podcast all about travelling smarter with miles and points. I'm Jack, and I have to say, it's not often I get genuinely excited about a budget airline sale, but here we are. Today we're talking about easyJet's 30th birthday bash, and they're celebrating in style with 30% off flights for just 30 hours. Now, before you dismiss this as just another airline promotion, let me tell you why this one's worth your attention. Grab your phone because if you've been thinking about European travel, you'll want to act fast. This sale ends at 3 o'clock this afternoon, the 11th of November, 2025. So, let's dive into the details. easyJet is offering up to 30% off more than 300,000 seats to and from the UK. The sale covers flights departing between the 18th of November, 2025 and the 18th of March, 2026. That's a really solid window covering Christmas, New Year, February half term, and early spring. With over 620,000 seats available across their entire network, including those 300,000 from UK airports, there's actually decent availability across their route map. Now, let's talk prices, because this is where it gets interesting. Flights start from just £14.99 one way. Yes, you heard that right. We're seeing London Southend to Barcelona from £14.99, London Gatwick to Tenerife South from £17.99, Birmingham to Gran Canaria, also £17.99, Manchester to Malta from £21.49, and London airports to Amsterdam or Barcelona from £23.99. These are genuinely good prices, especially for the travel dates on offer. The sale covers a really nice mix of destinations. You've got your winter sun options, like the Canary Islands, Malta and Madeira, ski trips to Geneva and Lyon, classic city breaks to Amsterdam and Barcelona. Pretty much everything in between. Whether you're after winter sun, snow, or cobblestones, there's something here. Now, if you prefer the convenience of a package holiday, rather than booking flights and hotels separately, easyJet Holidays is running a concurrent promotion. You can use code SAVE30 at checkout to save £30 per person on packages over £600. This offer runs until 11 o'clock in the evening on the 20th of November 2025, so you've got a bit more time than the flight-only sale. Let me give you some package examples. 3 nights at the 4-star Dream Castle Paris with breakfast for £180 per person, including Manchester flights, departing the 5th of January 2026. 7 nights at the 4-star Beatrice Costa and Spa Hotel in Lanzarote on half board for £521 per person, including flights, luggage and transfers from Liverpool, departing the 15th of April 2026. 7 nights at the 4-star Alua Calvia in Majorca, with breakfast for £455 per person, including flights, luggage, and transfers from Bristol, also departing the 15th of April 2026. All packages include 23 kilogram checked luggage per person and beach holiday transfers, plus easyJet Holidays' ultimate flexibility guarantee, covering booking changes, refunds, and a best price promise. Now, let me share my honest thoughts on this sale. This is genuinely one of the better easyJet sales we've seen recently. The 30-hour window is tight, I'll grant you that, but the breadth of destinations and travel dates makes it worthwhile if you've been planning European travel anyway. What I particularly like is the inclusion of winter sun destinations at these prices. Flights to the Canaries, Malta and Madeira for under £25 one way from regional airports is solid value, especially given the travel dates extend into spring when the weather starts improving. For ski trips, those Geneva and Lyon routes are worth considering if you're flexible with your dates. These airports provide excellent access to major ski resorts, and at £23.99 from several UK airports, you're looking at good value compared to winter ski transfer costs. One thing to watch though, these are base fares. You need to factor in seat selection, luggage, and other extras when comparing total costs. easyJet's add-ons can quickly add up, but if you're travelling light with just cabin baggage, the base fares represent excellent value. Now, for those of us who typically focus on maximizing points and miles, it's worth noting that easyJet flights don't earn Avios or tier points with British Airways. However, at these prices, paying cash often makes more sense than using points for short-haul European travel. Let me give you an example. A return to Barcelona would cost around 9,000 Avios off peak on British Airways, plus roughly £35 in taxes per person. With this sale, you're looking at potentially under £50 return with easyJet. The maths clearly favours cash here, leaving your Avios for longer haul redemptions where they deliver far better value. Let me give you my top tips for maximising this sale. First, be flexible with dates. The best prices are often on midweek departures. If your schedule allows, flying Tuesday through Thursday typically offers better availability and pricing. Second, consider regional airports. Bristol, Birmingham, Manchester, Liverpool, Edinburgh, and Glasgow all have competitive fares in this sale. Sometimes flying from a regional airport can be more convenient than trekking to London. Third, pack light. If you can manage with just cabin baggage, you'll save on checked luggage fees. easyJet's cabin bag allowance is one small bag, 45 by 36 by 20 centimeters, that fits under the seat. It's tight but doable for short trips. Fourth, use your credit cards wisely. If you have an Avios earning credit card, like the Barclaycard Avios Plus, you'll earn 1.5 Avios per pound on these bookings. On a £100 flight booking, that's 150 Avios earned while still getting the cash discount. And fifth, book return flights carefully. The sale covers departures until the 18th of March 2026, so make sure your return date falls within this window if you're booking a return journey. Now, a quick bit of history that I find quite fascinating. It's quite remarkable that easyJet launched exactly 30 years ago, on the 10th of November 1995, with its first flight from London Luton to Glasgow. That inaugural flight carried 122 passengers, who each paid £29. Remarkably, when adjusted for inflation, today's fares are actually cheaper in real terms. The airline's original marketing slogan promised fares for the price of a pair of jeans, and founder Sir Stelios Hadjiioannou vision of making air travel accessible to everyone has genuinely transformed how we travel around Europe. From that single leased aircraft in 1995, easyJet now operates over 350 aircraft across more than 1,000 routes, carrying more than 100 million passengers annually. Love them or loathe them, budget airlines like easyJet have democratized air travel. They've made spontaneous weekends away possible, turned city breaks into a normal occurrence rather than a luxury, and genuinely opened up Europe for millions of travellers. Not bad for 3 decades of flying. So, final thoughts. This sale ends at 3 o'clock this afternoon, the 11th of November 2025, so you'll need to act quickly if anything catches your eye. Whilst we normally focus on maximising points and miles here at Smart with Points, sometimes the best value is simply a good old-fashioned cash sale, and this is one of those times. For winter sun seekers, ski enthusiasts, or anyone planning a spring city break, there are genuine deals to be found here. Just remember to factor in all the extras when calculating your total cost, and consider whether you really need that window seat or if you can survive without checked luggage. That's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to Smart with Points on all major podcast platforms or visit our website at smartwithpoints.co.uk. We'd love to have you as a regular listener. Until next time, safe travels. Looking for the best award flights? Use awardtravelfinder.com to search availability across Qatar Airways, British Airways, Cathay Pacific and more. Try it for free with our link in the show notes.